Hello, my name is Margaret Fergali, and I'm a college student right now. I currently attend RIT, and I am going to start doing a car vlog, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to try and do one at least once a day, or I should say at least once every couple days, because with uploading it might take a little bit longer than I would like it to. But yeah, I'm a student. I live in upstate New York, and I commute every morning. And so I figured I might as well try and do something a little bit more productive with my spare time commuting and doing nothing for about 30 minutes in the car. So I have a GoPro, and I decided that I would start videotaping. Oh my god, I really sound like I'm from the 90s, don't I? I decided that I'm going to start vlogging my thoughts, and there's going to be really like no context to each day unless I state otherwise. Like, I'll try and like think of different subjects to talk about during the drive. I'll do maybe a little bit of research beforehand, but I'll just kind of like spitball it the entire way through. This is actually the second recording, because the first time I tried to do it sounded extremely bad, like really bad. So now I'm gonna try a different method, see if that audio works, and so maybe this thing might actually come to fruition. But who knows, right? Technology, But basically, I get up early in the morning around 6 or 7 a.m. usually, and I drive for about 30 minutes, and I feel like that's like a good prime time for thoughts. And so I'm thinking that since this is such a prime time for thoughts, why the hell shouldn't I start keeping track of them or turning them into something else? I guess is what I should is the main goal. And whether or not people start watching it is arbitrary. I mean, it would help, because then I would get some feedback or different subjects, or people would get a topic that they want to hear me talk about or rant about. But yeah, so like I said before, I'm Marco Fergali. I'm a fourth year at RIT. I've live in upstate New York. I like a lot of different things. I like entertainment. So when I say entertainment, I'm gonna go with like the usual like movies, sports, music, video games. I'm just gonna check those all off right off the bat and kind of hit those on the head. Because I don't know, I like my movies, especially good ones, and especially kung fu movies. So a lot of Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan stuff. Those are really good. What else? Video games. I'm pretty big into video games. I've been playing a lot of Destiny lately. Probably too much Destiny. I would say that much. I like sports. I've been trying to keep up with San Francisco and Kansas City making it into the World Series. I watched a couple of the San Francisco games at bars. Music. I've played music. I've been in a band in high school. We played this local bar called the California Brew House. We were called Never Going Home. That was that was something. It was fun. I say it like it was in a bad way. It was a lot of fun with a couple of great guys. And but yeah, so that's a little bit about myself. This little thing going on right here, this is just a pet project. This is more of an experiment than anything else, trying to see what I can do. And so there's really no end goal. Like right now, it's for my personal enjoyment. So we'll see what happens with it. We'll see if I keep up with it. Which I hope I do. Because I feel like this would be a lot of fun. Looking back on it. And maybe showing my kids one day. I don't know. I don't really have an idea of what I want to do with this. And so, right now I'm just hoping everything friggin' records. And then I can actually get some clear audio one way or another. So that way I'm not just, I don't know. That way I'm not just talking into a friggin' box of white noise. Or black static. I don't know. I read both terms when I was looking up the issue. And so I tried updating the GoPro. I did all those shenanigans. And so we'll see how it turns out. We will see. And so yeah, it's a little disappointing having to throw away footage instantly, like right off the bat. It's a little disheartening. But I realize I watch a lot of other YouTubers. I specifically Let's Play YouTubers. So like Markiplier, PewDiePie. Who else? Who else do I watch? C-Nanners. I don't know. I spend so much time watching the content that they create. And I'm like, why can't I do that myself? Like, these guys are having a blast, and I feel like if I were to put the same amount of effort into it that they do, that I could be having just as much fun and maybe make a career out of it. I have no idea. My plans after college are pretty vague, to say the least. But I don't know. It's one of those things that only time will tell. Only time will tell. I don't know. But yeah, so I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I want to start creating more content. I want to start creating this content that I enjoy so much, and that maybe someone else will enjoy just as much as I enjoyed other people's content. The goal is by no means total domination or like, oh, you need to watch my thing because I'm the best, or I bring something insane to the table. It's not. No, it's nothing fancy. Wow. It's just stop and go traffic right now. So this is just, we're gonna have a lot of thoughts today. So you'll either see the best or the worst of my driving. Considering it's raining, probably some of the worst. But anyways, I'm gonna try and keep these thoughts in my head as lighthearted as possible. The more thought-provoking it is, I guess the better, but at the same time, I don't want to take a extremely serious topic like, oh, hey, guess what I think about abortion? Like, that's just like, ugh. Like, unless people want stuff extremely confrontational, which I'm not exactly, I don't want it at the moment, just because I'm just not comfortable right now with I guess with admitting it or taking a stance, because I'm no figure. I'm not, like, my thoughts are only as valid as yours, but I guess that goes for anybody, right? But the goal is to basically try and keep this uncut as possible. So, like, the fewer edits I have to make or do, the better. And, like, eventually I got a feeling, like, the first couple times I do this, I'm going to make some pretty huge chunks of pretty big cuts just because this is new. Just because I'm not very good at, because I'm learning how to verbalize my thoughts into a cohesive sentence that makes sense, and I enunciate and make sure I talk clearly, and maybe say one section sounds really, really bad, but one section sounds really, really good. I don't know. This is just a learning experience for me at the moment, so we'll see. I'll put the camera all around my car. Like I've been trying it off the windshield. This is off of this bad boy right here, the window, that thing. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll play music in the background, but I feel like that could get a little disruptive because it's already extremely fucking noisy. Oh yeah, so verbal language. I'm an adult. I intend to use adult words every now and then. I'm sorry if that offends you. It's no means my intention. I've been working on trying to have a cleaner mouth, so to say. I'm not. I'm trying to use it less casually, and only in instances where it seems like it could be properly applied. And even then, I feel like it's like a scapegoat, like it's like an excuse, like, oh, I was really mad, so I'm gonna swear a lot, and so what? And then, like, great, you can't control that hole in your face. Good for you. So it's no excuse, but I can say that I do use that kind of language. That's just kind of part of what I do. So yeah, a little bit of back history about me. I was born in California. Yeah, lived in Redondo Beach, Southern California for about 9 years. Then almost 10. Then we moved in, 2002? Yeah. No. Crap. I can't remember. We either moved in 2002 or 2003 to Rochester, New York. Because we came here for family, and so we could all be around each other, because we would come up here for Christmas. And everybody was always having a good time. And so we moved here. And also it's getting really expensive to live in California, so that was already a red flag. But yeah, I'm from California. I like to say it's my hometown, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. I'm not crazy about Rochester. I said it. I did it. I'm not crazy about Rochester. I'm sorry. But, yeah. 21. I turned 21 this year. And I'm slowly understanding what alcoholism is. I'm joking, of course. But I have been going to my fair share of bars and whatnot since I've turned 21, and I'd like to say that I've gotten a pretty good grasp on the whole bar culture, but I feel like that would be very cocky of me to assume that I understand what the hell's going on in a bar. My goal when I go into a bar with friends is to just have a good time and meet new people. I like for example, like when you're stuck in a crowded bar at the corner of the bar, you tend to get into a lot of people's personal spaces, and a lot of people tend to get into yours too. And so I just try to make the best of the situation, and make a conversation out of it, and bring them into my group of friends, or maybe see if their group of friends enjoys similar topics or is fun to talk to. Drink-wise, I drink whatever I enjoy. So whether or not I'm in the mood for a beer or some kind of cocktail or fruity drink, totally depends on the night. So if it's something super casual or... Sorry, this guy's trying to merge. If it's something super casual or something super fancy, I'm probably going to go with a beer or some kind of lager. If I'm going super casual. But if I'm going fancy pants, I'm definitely getting some sort of mixed drink that's going to make sure I know that when I'm drunk, I know I'm drunk. But like one of my favorite drinks is the Scottish ale from an Orkney brewery called the Skull Splitter. Yeah, chew on that one for a little bit, why don't you? The friggin' Skull Splitter. Damn. At first I got it just for the novelty of the name, which is probably not a good idea, but this is the first time I've ever seen it and experienced it pay off. I had it at a bar called the Stone Yard. It's out in Brockport, New York. And it was wing night there, where it was like 35 cents a wing, which is a friggin' great deal because you could buy 20 wings for $7. Granted, you also needed to buy a $2 drink, soda, so that was already like, you're already at like $9, but still, it's a friggin' great price. And so I had it there. I got it unknowingly as to what the hell it was. I was just like, all right, well, here goes nothing. I poured it out into my glass. It just looked like the thickest, darkest ale possible. And I knew it was going to be good. And so I started, I remember my friends got like they got a Blue Moon and a Long Island iced tea, something else. Anyways, it was a fun night. And I just remember trying it. I remember being just shocked at how delicious and thick it was. And my friends just couldn't, like, fathom my friends just couldn't fathom the neurons firing off in my brain that just so friggin' excited. I got it. I figured out the word that I wanted to use, and I used it. And so I let them all try it, and they were all baffled. They were like, "This is amazing! This is great!" And I remember finishing it, and I remember being kind of buzzed, and I was like, "Wow, this is nuts! I only drank one beer. How is this possible?" And I looked at the alcohol content; it was like 8.5%, 9%. I was like, "Wow, okay, all right, heads off to you." But yeah, it's one of my favorites. And yeah, so I'm not a big bar goer, mostly because I spend Friday nights working. Like this Friday night, I'm going out to the Victor High School to shoot a high school football game, for Time Warner Sports Channel. It's gonna be bad if I put this up on the internet and I get the name of my employer wrong. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm a camera operator. I'm the guy on the field or up in the stands, telling people to get out of the way or carrying very expensive equipment up very steep stairs. So It's one of the jobs I do. And right now, going to my other job as for classroom support. We're technically called ILI, Innovation Learning Institute, I believe. And again, that would be really embarrassing if I got that wrong too. But basically, we're classroom support. We make sure everything's okay. We're maintenance. We make sure that the projectors are up to date, that if something doesn't work, we fix it as quickly as we can. And yeah, we respond to it as quickly as we can. So a professor will call in with a projector's problem, and we'll be there within at least 5 minutes, and we'll try and troubleshoot it. And it's really embarrassing for us, because we understand the problem better than the professor does sometimes. Well, all the time, mostly. And not to sound condescending or anything, that's our job. And so sometimes we'll go in and we'll push a few buttons, or even one button, and it'll start working the way the professor wants it to. And I feel bad, because I feel like I make the professor look incompetent, and they're really appreciative, and they feel kind of embarrassed. But I like, our goal isn't to make someone else look bad. We're trying to help them when they are struggling and trying to get a lecture or a presentation going, so they can continue their class or do their job. And so when we go in there and we push a few buttons and they get a little red in the face, I can't help but feel bad, because I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to put someone else down. That's the last thing I would want to do with any of my jobs. So it's a fun job, though. The people are really nice. My bosses are really nice. Yeah. And so that's where most of these are going to take place, in the car on the way to work, or if I couldn't get it in the morning, or I couldn't get something right, I'll do it on the way home, maybe, just because I would like to do this once a day for consistency's sake. I feel like the more consistent you are with your content, the more people will appreciate it, or have something to look back onto or count on. But yeah, and so I also I try to work out in the mornings. This morning wasn't so lucky, but yeah. So these will actually happen pretty early in the morning. So one of my worries is that I'm not going to get enough. I'm not going to get good lighting, but I don't think that should be too much of a problem, considering it was pretty dark this morning, and it looked good. So I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a fun ride, or it'll be a really bad ride, depending on how we want to do this. And right now it looks like a pretty bad ride. Oh, come on, tell me there isn't a train. No train, okay. So these train tracks have been having a problem where what are they called? Barriers? Stop signs? Lights? I don't know what you would call the posts that come down. Anyways, it's been going down and staying down with the lights flashing with no train coming. And so last night on my way home, everyone was just going through the middle of it, in between the two. And needless to say, I half anticipated. I was like, someone's gonna get hit. There is no possible way that someone is gonna make it across those train tracks and not get hit. Like, I saw an 18-wheeler go over it, and I was just like, there's no way this is working. But apparently it was just super wrong. I was just super wrong. Oh no shit. They're laying down new tracks. Damn. Oh yeah. This is the shitty part of the commute. The train tracks. These sons of bitches. Damn. Those are probably some of the worst rail crossings ever. Like, every time I go over them, I feel bad for my car because it's just. I'm pretty sure I've had car issues solely because of that. And I'm not saying that like I think like I have issues, but like I've had issues with my car, and I would almost 100% guarantee that they were because of that railroad crossing. And it's a pain in the ass. It sucks. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But I am looking forward to seeing what will come of this. I think it's a fun opportunity. It's something fun and different to do. And I'm really excited to see it through. Like, I really want to. Here. Did I crack the screen? Damn. Huh. Oh, that's a bright sun. But so yeah, this is I'm gonna try and keep this as unedited as possible. I don't know. I feel like it adds to the naturalness of the whole idea. Like, the more you edit it and cut out the brain farts, like, I don't know. I feel like if you show your imperfections, it makes you more human. Because, like, people on YouTube aren't any different from the rest of us. People that make videos aren't a part of an upper echelon. I'm gonna have to look up the pronunciation of that. Pronouncing. Anyways, if you stuck around for this long, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you find this interesting or enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to give that spiel just because if you made it through this long, I feel like you may have already done so. But yeah, thank you very much for sticking out the ride with me. I'll try and put this up as early as I can. Oh, come on, car. It's another thing. My car has the shittiest, and when I say shittiest, I mean shittiest turning radius ever. I love my car though. But yeah, if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're a good person. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Oh no, it's Saturday. I'll try and post something. I don't know. Alright, take care. Adios.